Wiggling out. This is something I feel that separates new players from experienced players, and if you play mainly online with Slippy, you may never figure out this trick on your own. The mechanic is of course wiggling out of tumble. Done right, it will greatly help you get out of combos, become faster in scraps, recover, and win more trades. It's not the most intuitive thing in the world, and it's a little tricky to even know when you're doing it right. When you're hit, there is a certain amount of time, also known as frames, where the game will just ignore whatever you're doing with your controller and your character will just kind of be in pain. At a certain point, this lockout will end, and you will begin a new animation where you'll be able to jump or attack. The problem is, it's hard to know exactly when this moment happens. Press jump or attack too early, nothing will happen because you're still in hit stun. Press it too late and your opponent may have hit you again, or you've fallen too far to recover. So what can we do? Well, we can mash buttons until something registers, and we do whatever happens whenever we get out of hit stun. The problem with this is that sometimes you don't want to jump or attack at that specific spot. However, you don't have to spam the attack or jump button. You can press the control stick fully left or right to snap your character out of that tumble animation and do the action that we actually want to do. If you wiggle the control stick left and right, you can visually see when you have control of your character again, without wasting a precious jump or attacking at a bad time. And if you rapidly wiggle it, this lets you regain control as soon as possible without committing to anything that you might not want to do. Okay, so that's a lot of words, but how does this look in practice? When you get hit by something that has hit stun, and you need to act quickly when it's over, wiggle your gray control stick all the way left to right and repeat. Here you can see this pro player wiggling the control stick when in hit stun to regain control ASAP. Also, this should kinda sound like a rattle from your controller when you do it. When learning, you might get used to associating that wiggle sound when you are getting hit. Now that you are wiggling out of hit stun, what should or could you be doing? These are the most frequent situations that I see. When you're getting comboed, you can wiggle and then air dodge to get out of a lot of combos that aren't actually true. When we both hit each other and set in the same way, I find myself wiggling out to nair my opponent before they can hit me back. I know, disclaimer, it is optimal to just slam the stick in one direction at the right exact time, but for the sake of learning, we're going to say wiggling is just fine. Recovering. When you're being edge guarded, you can often up B again quickly after being hit to take advantage of the wind down from your opponent's most recent offstage attack. So how do I practice this? Well, this is tricky because you don't have a good feedback loop when you are actually doing it well. What I have found is that using this optional code in Slippy, the game will flash green when you become actionable during wiggling, which helps you learn exactly how early you can act again. I made a video here how to turn that code on, so go check it out for more information. So give it some practice. I bet you will realize that so many of the combos people will try on you don't actually lock you up in hit stun long enough for them to hit you again. Most characters can only really hit you a couple of times before you can wiggle out and air dodge away. That's all I have for this today. I run a beginner only tournament every Thursday on Twitch, so check that out or sign up in the comments. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.